Where's the stop button? Holy fuck, where is it? I'm playing music from my phone again. Hello. I am in a different background. No, okay, I can't. This is a very serious topic because it has to do with being a server. For those of you that don't know, I'm a server. I'm a waiter, whatever you want to call it, at a restaurant, obviously. And today at work was very eventful in a not good way. Now, this is how today went. So, my friend and I, my coworker, we're in the same area of the restaurant. And so, like, our sections are right next to each other. And to keep this explanation short, I gave her one of my tables because her section wasn't getting sat as often as mine. So I was like, here. And she goes, take care of the table, da 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 da. And she comes back and she comes up to me and she asks me to take over the table for her. I'm just like, what? Why? What happened? And she tells me that as soon as she gets there, they're complaining to her. For one thing, she didn't even get to say her name. Like, when you can't introduce yourself as a server to your table, that's when you know it's gonna go down south from there. Most of the time. Not all the time. Most of the time, though. Because if they're that rude, they don't let you introduce yourself, because they're that quick to get what they want, you already have that little feeling. But she comes in and she tells me that the woman complained to her about how she didn't check up on them, how she didn't get their drink order, and how she was slow, and how the order took too long, or I don't know. They haven't gotten their food. Another thing, like, and my coworker was interacting with them for less than 10 minutes, and she complained about all that already, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that is horrible. So my coworker is already upset. She's complaining to me about how rude this customer is. I'm just like, okay, I'll take over the table, give me their ticket, tell me what their food is, and I'll take over. When their food comes out, I take it out to them, and we have legs that you put trays on, so like you're not holding it up here and like bringing it like down. So you just put on legs. They have them at Olive Garden, I think. And as I am putting the tray on the legs, I hear the woman say, oh, she's not our server anymore, referencing my coworker. Like, she was making a point to her husband, like, yeah, she's not our server anymore, I was right. Like, that kind of attitude. Like, she knew that my coworker was gonna give up on them or stop coming to them or something. And I was like, that's the vibe I was getting from them. And I'm not surprised. After giving them their food and asking if they need anything else, the way they were talking to me, I could tell that they had the tone of voice that they felt as though they were entitled people. You know what I mean? Like, they just have that attitude and that body language and just that whole attitude of, I'm entitled to the world kind of thing. And I was just like, oh, I'm angry. Like, oh, I was so, And then they kept asking about my coworker, asking if she's their servant. I said, no, I am. And I walked away because I'm just like, I'm not getting into this right now. I came back with what they wanted. And then the woman had the audacity to complain about my coworker to me. Like, she's saying all these horrible things about her. She blatantly said, word for word, she is such a horrible server. I'm just like, I was speechless. I did not know what to say. All I did say was, like, I just smiled and I said, nah, she's a great server. She's good at her job. She's great. Like, I didn't know what else to say. I was just like, because I really couldn't say anything else other than that. I can't, like, refuse her or, like, rebuttal or, like, get in an argument with her. And she was talking to me, and, like, she was complaining about my coworker and talking to me as if she wanted me to agree with her. I'm just like, honey, I ain't agreeing with you. I am not agreeing with you. No, like, she is a great server. You're just rude. How much she had to say and how much she was complaining about my coworker, it sounded made up. Like, you know how little kids tell stories and, like, the more they say things, the more it just seems so not true. Or even, like, people who just add more to their story. And it's just like, this doesn't seem true. That's what it sounded like. I'm just like, You had one interaction with her and you're saying all of this? Yeah, I don't believe you. Like, I was so baffled by what she was saying to me. I was like, are you sure you're talking about my coworker or even any of my coworkers? None of my coworkers are what you have described. You are at the wrong restaurant if you were going to complain about someone this badly. You are exaggerating this way too much. Everything she was saying was complete and utter bullshit. I am telling you the truth, and this isn't because like I'm biased toward my coworker. Everything she said was bullshit. Like, I don't know why she was complaining so much, but she was, and I don't understand. So mad that I almost cried myself. And it's not because it wasn't entirely because of what she was saying, but it was because of the fact that I couldn't say anything back to her. Like, I couldn't say, fuck you. Who the hell do you think you are? My coworker is fantastic, and you can shove it up your ass. And the more times I came back, like I came back maybe like 2 more times. Every time I came back, she just wanted to complain about my coworker. I'm just like, I'm not here to hear your complaints anymore. I know they are bullshit. I'm not gonna put up with it. I'm here to refill a drink or two, take some dirty plates, and walk away. And maybe drop off your check. I am not doing anything more. She's like, I want to make sure you get the tip. Like, not her. She emphasized, like, she said not her. I want you to get the tip. I'm just like, I felt so defeated, and I didn't smile or anything. I like partially smiled and I was like, I'll get the tip. And also the times I came back, they kept giving me so much praise. Like, that's nice and all, but the only reason they're giving me so much praise, it's like a backhanded compliment. They're giving me praise so they can put down my coworker more. And I'm just like, I don't want these compliments. I know they're not entirely genuine. I know they have a little bit of, there's more to it than the actual compliment, and I can tell. I don't want these compliments. And that was kind of it. They eventually did leave. I was so mad, and I felt so bad for my coworkers, and I'm just like, I hugged her probably like 4 times before she even left. I'm just like, I'm so sorry. What really got me about this whole situation is that this woman was complaining about my coworker so much. Like, she's saying all these horrible and mean things about someone she doesn't even know. And she had a less than 10-minute conversation interaction with. I was blown away. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why'd you do this? Why? That whole experience was horrible. So that is what happened at work today. My end all be all is that please, 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 be kind to people and also to your servers. Serving is not an easy job. I do think that once you start getting used to serving, like understanding the computer, learning the menu, and getting used to being in the kitchen, it does become an easy job. But the hardest part is dealing with rude customers because there's nothing you can do about it. You have to take it. You have to lie down and take the bullet to the head because there's nothing you can do about it. And that is the hardest part of the job, is dealing with those kinds of people. Yes, I'm a horrible person. Yes, I'm horrible at my job. I should be fired. Yes. Is there anything else I can get you? How about a refill? That is what being a server is like to rude people. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up down below. Also give it a thumbs up if you want me to do a sequel, like how to tip, what servers do other than deal with rude customers. If you want me to do a server problems video with a coworker of mine who's also one of my best friends. And hit the subscribe button because I make videos like this as often as I can. They seem to be coming relatively often, so that's good. I'm sticking to it. Make sure you go follow me on Tumblr because it's always in the description. I don't like commercials, so you can shut up. I guess a commercial means I should stop. So I'll see you guys next time.